It has always been you versus you, not them, not the world, not your circumstances. The real fight has never been outside of you. The real enemy wakes up with you every morning, lives inside your head, and speaks in your own voice. It is the version of you that wants comfort over growth, excuses over effort, and safety over greatness. That is the opponent you must defeat. You don't lose because you aren't talented enough. You don't fail because you aren't smart enough. You don't stay behind because you lack opportunity. You stay stuck because the weaker version of you keeps winning the internal battle. Every day, there is a silent war going on inside your mind, and whether you like it or not, that war decides your future. One version of you wants to sleep longer, scroll longer, delay longer, and avoid pain at all costs. The other version of you wants to rise early, work harder, push through discomfort, and build something meaningful. One version chooses ease, the other chooses excellence, and every decision you make casts a vote for one of them. Stop blaming people who passed you. Stop resenting people who succeeded. They didn't beat you. You beat yourself by quitting early, by not showing up consistently, by letting fear and laziness run your life. The truth hurts, but the truth sets you free, because if you are the problem, then you are also the solution. No one is holding you back except the limits you accept. No one is stopping you except the lies you keep telling yourself. I'm not ready. I'll start tomorrow. I need more time. These are not facts. These are shields your weaker self uses to survive another day without changing. You don't need confidence to start. Confidence is built after you start. You don't need clarity to move. Clarity comes through movement. You don't need permission to become disciplined. You need courage to disappoint the lazy version of yourself. The hardest part of growth is not the work. It's letting go of who you used to be. It's killing the habits, routines, and mindsets that once felt comfortable but now keep you small. Transformation feels like betrayal to your old self, and that's why most people never change. Every time you choose discipline, you are declaring war on your old identity. Every time you push when it hurts, you are telling the weaker version of you that its time is over, and it will fight back. It will whisper doubts. It will bring up fear. It will remind you of past failures. That doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. That means you're finally doing something right. You versus you means no excuses, no comparisons, no waiting. It means taking full responsibility for where you are and where you're going. Responsibility is heavy, but it is also power. The moment you stop blaming and start owning your life, everything changes. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are undisciplined. And discipline can be built. Strength can be trained. Focus can be sharpened, but only if you stop negotiating with the part of you that wants to quit. Pain is not your enemy. Comfort is. Pain shapes you. Comfort numbs you. Pain demands growth. Comfort demands nothing. If you avoid pain, you avoid progress. If you chase comfort, you chase mediocrity. The future you is watching you right now. Watching the choices you make. Watching the habits you repeat. Watching whether you rise or fold when things get hard. And that future you will either thank you or hate you for what you do today. You don't rise to the level of your dreams, you fall to the level of your standards. And standards are enforced when no one is watching, in the early mornings, in the late nights, in the moments where quitting would be easy and no one would know. This is where champions are separated from spectators, not in talent, but in discipline, not in motivation, but in consistency, not in luck, but in relentless self-control. You don't need to beat everyone, you need to beat who you were yesterday. One more rep, one more hour of focus, one more disciplined decision. Win the day, and the days will build the life. Stop romanticizing your potential. Potential means nothing without execution. Untapped potential is just wasted ability. The world doesn't reward what you could have been, it rewards what you become. There will be days you feel unstoppable. There will be days you feel empty. Both days require the same response. Show up. The strongest people are not the most motivated, they are the most reliable. You versus you means you stop running from discomfort and start using it as fuel. It means you do the work even when you doubt yourself, especially when you doubt yourself, because doubt is the doorway to growth. You versus you means you stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating momentum in imperfect conditions. The stronger version of you is not born in comfort or clarity. It is forged in confusion, pressure, and resistance. Every time you move forward without certainty, you are proving to yourself that fear no longer controls you. Your past is not your opponent. Your circumstances are not your opponent. The voice in your head that tells you to slow down, to settle, to stay safe, that is your opponent. It knows your weaknesses because it is built from them. It knows exactly how to keep you small. It uses doubt when you're ambitious, fear when you're brave, and comfort when you're tired. You must learn to recognize that voice and act in spite of it. Discipline is not about feeling strong. It's about acting strong when you feel weak. It's about making decisions that your future self will respect, even when your present self resists. You don't need to win every day in a dramatic way. You just need to refuse to lose, refuse to quit, refuse to regress, refuse to let one bad day turn into a bad week, refuse to let temporary emotions dictate permanent outcomes. The version of you that keeps failing is not evil or broken, it's simply untrained. And untrained minds seek comfort. They avoid pain. They escape responsibility. Training your mind requires repetition, doing the hard thing again and again until it becomes who you are. Stop looking for external validation. Applause does not build character, silence does. Most of your growth will happen unnoticed, uncelebrated, and unseen. And that's exactly how it's supposed to be. The loudest growth happens quietly. You will feel alone at times. That's not a sign you're lost. It's a sign you're walking a path few people are willing to take. Average loves company. Greatness demands isolation. Not forever, but long enough to become dangerous to your old limits. The war within you is fought in small moments, in the choice to get up when the alarm rings, in the choice to train when your body says no, in the choice to focus when distraction is everywhere. These moments seem insignificant, but they stack, and one day you realize you've built an entirely new identity. You don't rise suddenly, you rise gradually, then suddenly. The work feels pointless until it's undeniable. That's why most people quit right before the breakthrough. They mistake silence for failure and resistance for a stop sign. It's not. It's proof you're pushing the boundary. You versus you also means forgiveness. Not excuses, forgiveness. Forgive yourself for past weakness, but do not allow it to continue. Shame keeps you stuck. Responsibility sets you free. Learn from the past, then let it go. You are not late. You are not behind schedule. Life does not operate on a single timeline. The only thing that matters is direction, and right now, you must choose whether you're moving forward or standing still. Strength is built when you do what you said you would do, long after the feeling passed. Trust is built with yourself through consistency. Break promises to yourself often enough, and you lose self-belief. Keep them, and confidence becomes unshakable. Your comfort zone is a cage you decorate. You tell yourself it's safe. You tell yourself it's reasonable, but deep down, you know it's limiting you. Growth feels dangerous only because you've been hiding for too long. You don't need to become someone else. You need to become more of who you truly are. Strip away the fear. Strip away the laziness. Strip away the doubt. What's left is power. There will be moments you want to return to your old ways. That's normal. The old version of you will try to survive. It will offer familiar habits and familiar excuses. You must decide whether familiarity is worth your future. Every disciplined decision is a vote for the person you want to become. And every lazy decision is a vote for the life you're trying to escape. Choose wisely. These votes add up. The strongest version of you is built when no one is watching, when no one is praising you, when no one is pushing you, just you, your standards, and your will. You versus you is a lifelong fight. There is no finish line where discipline ends. There is no moment where you can stop choosing growth. But the good news is this: the stronger you get, the easier it becomes to win.